Alright, what's up, guys? It's a fine Sunday night. I just worked the weekend and I am off the next 2 nights, and I've got some recorded games for you. It's me, it's Chrono JJ. Where else would you want to be but here with me? So tonight we've got RTS League Hybrid Cup, just like the screen says. It's double elimination round 2, and these are the winners of the round 1. So we've got F2 slash AOL versus UCA. Now, somehow I just knew that old Zebchi would be the first one to pop his head into the chat. So I'm a little bit more excited for this than normal because F2 slash AOL is actually my team, although I haven't played yet. And who knows, I probably won't even play in the tournament anyway. Life and family and stuff. But my heart is with them. So these games were played earlier today. And I don't know the results. Hopefully our people that roam into the chat are nice and don't spoil anything, and we will have a good best of 3 little match here. These two teams are pretty good. I'd say they're probably, in my opinion, the best two in the tournament. Now, the winner moves on to the single elimination, which is the best 4 teams. The loser goes to the losers bracket, where they would have one last chance to win and get in. So even the loser isn't quite out, but the winner punches their ticket. Not like literally punches, but does punch their ticket to the finals. So you're about to give up and watch the RTSL. Well, good thing you waited, huh? So we will. I got the games ready to go, and we will switch over to the recorded game version here. There we go, and move over to this. And I did have a request the last time to maybe move the chat box so it's not over top of this big green bar I got covering the recorded game. So TSM players in there, please remember, no spoilers, man. He's trying to make it seem like we didn't win. I think that's what he's trying to do here. Let's see, where are we? RTS League Hybrid Cup. And we are just gonna dive into game 1, seeing it's already 9:30 and I got kids that I'll probably have to wake up for later tonight. Let's see, where are we? UCA versus F2 AOL. Game 1. Here we go. Alright, and game 1 is on Painted Desert. Look at that. So let me just real quick, actually, I'm gonna pause this and maneuver my chat box a little bit, since somebody was whining the other day about it being covered by the green bar. So we will move it to there, and we will start our recorded game back. So here we go. So this is game 1, and up on the top of the map, it's kind of the top right, we shall say, is UCA. And we've got I'm gonna get this back up. We've got Domitas as Oranos. He is a flank. We've got the middle as I Kill You Die. He is Zeus. And on the other side, the other flank is Loki, played by Mr. Harrow. So we've got a Zeus, Loki, Oranos. Down on the bottom, we've got another Loki. Oh, player is Loki facing off against the UCA Loki. The pocket is Dark Risen, and he is Odin, and he has already used Great Hunt on his zebra. And we've got Iron Maiden as Thor. So we've got a triple Norse team down here on the bottom, and a Oranos, Zeus, Loki on the top. That's very interesting. Now there's a lot of talk about this map. I love this map. This is one of my favorite maps in the game. This is not actually the updated version of Painted Desert, I don't believe, because each tree line is about 10. Yeah, so this is not the updated version. This is the original. So what you'll immediately see is kind of a lack of trees, and you are seeing correctly. That is kind of the name of this map, is the lack of trees in the base, and then on the outside is this long string of trees right here. and some water on the edge that has no fish. It's mostly there just for cosmetics, but once in a while you might see like a sneaky transport ship later on. As far as hunt, this map's got pretty decent amount of hunt. We got it'll be forward hunt, back hunt, and decent amount. We can see 3 gazelles in the back, some zebras, more zebras, and there'll probably be rhinos up front. And yes, here they are. And there's my Sun Blossom Goose. And that's this map, and we're looking at everybody will have a back town center and then one forward town center, and we see that across the middle. These two town centers are really close to each other. What's nice is not a single Egyptian, not a single one to be seen. So a little bit about the gods now. So F2 is triple Norse, which kind of I don't like the triple Norse. Loki is good. I mean, individually they're all fine gods on this map, but to me, you always kind of want to avoid a triple. Yeah, I usually don't have the video on the RTS League streams, just because I'm commentating. But triple Norse is a little bit, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of a triple of any civilization, because you got both Norse has some weaknesses, and you pick a different guy that can kind of cover for those weaknesses, but when you got all three the same civilization, all three are kind of going to have the same weakness. And on the other side, I just like the god mix that these guys have up here, being UCA, Loki, Oranos, really good for early aggression, and then your Zeus, pretty good late game. I guess maybe why player wouldn't have gone Zeus is just the Greek dependency on wood, and with the starting wood being so small on your base, this is kind of a rough map for Greek. But I'd almost like to see an Egyptian would probably be pretty good here. But no, is player playing for both TSM and F2? Well, TSM doesn't have a team, and he's played for F2 in, I don't know if it's been 2 RTS League seasons or just 1. So yeah, he's playing for F2, and then we've teamed up with AOL just to make sure we have enough players to play. So you got an F2 AOL matchup. But anyway, we should probably be seeing some advances up soon. He is 62%, he being Harrow, 62% up, and 60% up for player, 70%, and 80%. And so everybody's pretty much the same advance up times, pretty close. We're probably going to see a lot of pressure. I'm actually very interested to see this forward hunt here. These games are going to be pretty aggressive, and if they can find, they being AOL can find this forward hunt and get these villagers garrisoned, that would be a pretty good early win for F2. And interesting to see kind of a forward build too for my kill. He's building a archery range and military academy, and of course we've got Hersier versus Hersier, and as I'm talking about getting pushed off of forward hunt, we see that F2 players already getting pushed off of his hunt. Looks like his military is a little bit out of position, so forced to retreat and go back. Does have some safe hunt here, though. This is a really nice wall to protect this hunt. However, we do notice this little icon that means that there's been a spy used on these villagers. So UCA will know about this, but the question is, will they be able to get to it? There is a path through the woods, and another one here, I think. It looks like there is. Definitely here, so they could snoop around here. I think there's a path here too, actually. Then over to the other side, Myron may be a little bit defensive here. I'd like to see him go forward and at least pressure here. This is, right now at least, a winning battle for him. A lot of Hersier though, and he's Thor. Kind of interested to see that. Usually the Thor is kind of more of a raiding cavalry. And red is coming over here too, so player's getting a double, a pretty hard double, and Dark Risen will have to come over to help out. Getting pushed on his gold. He does have forward gold, makes it hard to defend, but there's back gold. Just this map is so wide open, so most of our early action is right here. And interestingly, player's actually already upgraded his towers, probably because of this forward gold mine. Might want to wall this off too here, wall and a wall. And we do have one forest fire to be used. Man, I don't know why he's Iron Man is so defensive here. He's got what is this? 12 to 8, 9, 10. Well, he was a little bit more until those reinforcements came, but I feel like he should be fighting this and not sitting back like this. Big, yeah, I'm trying to. We've got Valor, Restoration, and Healing Springs being used. And a Bolt and Shockwave. And Dark Risen getting caught up a little bit out here by himself. Teamwork always important. You want to be fighting at the same time. One nice thing, though, as long as he doesn't lose units, he can just re-heal here. But since they've got kind of player all pushed in here, it looks like they're moving on down to Dark Risen, who built a little bit too far forward. Not protected here. He probably end up losing this barracks. Oh, watch. Oh, almost got him away. And we have a restoration used already. This is kind of a premature restoration, mainly because the army was caught out. Dark Risen should have retreated as soon as... Ooh, that's a rough shockwave too. Get some more hit points down. Needs to get out of here. Ooh, a little bit of... I don't know why he's fighting this. I don't know if he thinks that Teal is his teammate, but yeah, he needs to get out of there. And over here, just a stalemate. So all of the action is right here. No raids at all on UCA. So UCA has the early advantage just based on them being on the aggressive. And Dark Risen losing a lot of raiding cavalry here for no real reason. Kind of putting him a little bit far behind. Is still hunting. Kind of poor ox cart placement. Player is hunting too. Really nice wall here again. Keep him safe. But then they're going to have to share all this hunt back here. You got 2 more packs here. I guess there's a pack here. And Iron Maiden still has a backpack that he can... A backpack. He's got a backpack. Ooh. If he can find something with these raiding cavalry. So now we have a little bit of a problem too. Is Iron Maiden being so defensive, we see blue moving on over here. And... this is where it's kind of getting a little bit dangerous for AOL getting split up. You got one army here, one army down here, but this is a little bit favorable for Dark Risen on the bottom. He can surround the archers here. So he does have all the archers killed. Now he needs to run his cavalry back. There he goes. But yeah, that's just what's so tough. Once the enemy starts fighting in between 2 allies, is just a lot of teamwork to be able to get back and forth. And we have a raid here on these villagers, but the wall kind of saved. I've got these guys all caught up, so I don't think he actually lost a villager. And really defensive around these this back hunt here. Prowler Prowl has followed the stream. Thanks for following. Iron Maiden so far kind of doing nothing. I see what they're trying to do is to get a double or maybe triple on some units down here. But needs to... The problem is these units are so slow. He's not going to ever catch up to Hersier. And a bit of a raid, but units not quick to defend. Quick to defend. And... yeah, that's the problem with a throwing axeman army. We have forest fire used right here. Oh, woohoo! This is a nice forest fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers dead because Harrow did not notice. 1, 2. That's a nice forest fire. Holy cow! You get 5 villagers dead with just 2 raiding cavalry and an ox cart. That is actually significant. 5 villagers. Remember, this is the high-red patch, so 1 town center in the archaic age. That's all you get. 1 Promethean to defend. He could at least get these villagers defensive. Garrison up. Oh, you ran right by. Ooh, Domintas with a very quick heroic age. Probably looking to get some birds out. Yeah. Oh man, look at all these villagers here that are wide open. But they got, Dark Risen might be a little bit of a problem here. They got raiding Hersier coming in, and his army is not to be seen. Okay, so he didn't notice it. Now running back, but he probably should have Villagers walk slower when they're with Norse, or, well, when they're combined with the ox cart, so he should have separated the ox cart here. That's actually a pretty big raid right here. 1 vill, 2 vills, 3. Could have been worse, and actually, yeah, Hero's taking a little bit of a poor fight here. And we see a raid here. Nice little raid again by just 5 raiding cavalry. Forcing idle time. He is 90% up, though. Yeah. Oh, don't think he's going to get this Vill, though. Yeah, they're going to die. Yeah, so far Maine just hasn't done anything, you're right. He hasn't done anything with his army yet. Like, he has a significant army, but they're just doing nothing. He's in his base. And, like, there's no real threat. I'm not sure why he's in his base right now. And, so now we got the main aggression here. We actually have all 3 UCA here, and Maiden is just way out of position down on the bottom. And he's pushing way up, and we've got a raid on the gold miners here. So player is off of gold, and we have a shockwave that's been used. So 2 more villagers dead. Actually, dwarves 3. And player's in a bit of a rush shape here. No gold in his base, and he is completely pushed off of his back gold. And we've got, okay, this is actually probably a good fight for AOL right here. A little bit frustrating to see Iron Maiden right here on the edge and not fighting with his whole army right here. There you go. He's finally moving in. Now we have Hero moving in too. This is everybody. This is everybody's army right here. And it's need to get these Hersier on these myth units, though. Okay. Nice fight for F2 in the end. A lot of units lost for UCA, but the problem is UCA got all 3 of them. We got 3 UCA in heroic, only 1 of F2. So F2's going to fall behind economically. We can see Domitas got 2 town centers. So just a little bit of raiding here, but they're almost dead. And we got these defending Hersier. Yeah, this is a rough triple on player, that's for sure. His ox card's almost dead. Those Hersier could actually pick that off if they really wanted to. Alright, so Maiden does have his 2nd town center, but now his army's slow. Just such a slow army. I would have liked to see him do some more raiding cavalry. And Hero looks like he's maybe going up to Mythic soon. He's got the market up already. And this is just so annoying because you can't, when the Loki builds a back build, you just can't ignore it, because you ignore it and all of a sudden you're having Hersier popping out. And so you gotta focus on these back builds. And you can see that just these 8 Hersier, though they're dying now, are keeping kind of 2 armies busy. I'm actually kind of surprised he let his Hersier die like this. It's a little bit surprising. Because yeah, now, well, this is the remainder of his army here. Man, these birds, talking birds against Norse, really tough because they don't get the, there is no technology to give throwing axemen more attack against the birds, so they're kind of tough to deal with. Can't make as many though, because you're only getting 1 town center as Atlantean for a while. Looks like, does he have another bird yet? So yeah, just the 2 birds. I don't think Iron Maiden's gonna get this town center though. Just too heavy on the infantry. Like just pure. Like this army that Domitas has actually kind of counters it pretty well. Though we do a few. I guess we are getting some Huskarls mixed in, and man, just more raids on these villagers. I don't know why these are running a little bit. There we go. And you gotta keep them to don't attack the hero here. But we got Frost down here to get this town center. Yeah, there is no... Spoiler, you won the tournament. Yeah, there are no ranged heroes for the Norse. Not in the original Age of Mythology. On the Extended Edition, they made some ranged... I don't know if they're heroes or not, but they got ranged units. But not here, so... Birds are rough. I don't know. Oh, he's got to come back and defend for these... Battle Boar, he almost needs Jarls to defend against that. Like, here's the problem is Iron Maiden doesn't really have much of an army now. Like this one Dryad is just killing all of these throwing axes. Why do Norse have 0 archers? That's just the way it was, just the way they were designed. So we can see his score that F2 is kind of falling further and behind. It's just mainly just due to the excessive pressure that F2 has been under. As the extended version is popular, man. No spoilers, Wiz. You get into a whole debate as to which one's more popular. Another problem that we've got with these. Hold on, I gotta check. I got an alarm going off. Hold 1 second. I'm back. Had a little alarm. One thing I've noticed is Dark Risen is way behind despite being the pocket. I mean, he really didn't get rated much, and he's kind of the furthest behind of all the players on his team, and we've now seen that Maiden has lost his main town center, and he just does not have an army. Like, I feel like he needs more hill fort units, Jarls and Huskarls. And yeah, he's just losing villagers. He has no army here to speak of. And we've got another hero coming in with another army. And we've got Battle Boar, Herseer. This town center is probably going to go down too. And I mean, you get the Frost on this, but he can still kill this town center. And yeah, just a little bit of a raid trying to go on here. I mean, you'll get some units here. Ever come in? Yes, we've got some comments before where people have come in and started giving some results. So yeah, some people like to ruin fun. Little raid here, but I mean, UCA is there with an army to defend. And yeah, Iron Maiden is going to be down to 0 town centers. Lost this town center, lost his base town center, gonna lose this, and man, now we even got Domitas in Mythic Age. Looking a little bit grim for F2 here. Man, just another huge raid here on the back. I mean, it's kind of a bad sign when your high score on your team is 0 town centers. Yeah, it's just not good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this game is over, and it was, you're right, a very poor restoration. But yeah, you're right. Just too defensive. Especially Iron Maiden. It was just too defensive. We have a bolt that's used to kill a Nidhogg. It's Alright, well that's game 1. That was a pretty quick 19-minute loss here. But yeah, just too passive on AOL's side. Just you can't be passive in this game mode where aggression is everything, and Iron Maiden just too passive. His opponent actually kind of went a semi-fast heroic, so he could have kind of taken advantage of that, but just a little too passive. Like, we see military, like he's way ahead. I mean, he's 10 units ahead on this. Yeah, double forest fire on the Zeus would have been alright, but he does have this there is the backwoods. But yeah, we did have an effective forest fire on the corner here. But anyway, that's game 1. So UCA hops off to an early 1-0 lead, and actually really kind of an easy victory there. But yeah, against good teams, you can't sit back because they'll take advantage. So anyway, we're going to move on to game 2. And it's Mediterranean. I don't know if player wants to help me out here and let me know whose home map is this. I'm assuming this is maybe our home map, but I'm not sure. And remember, no spoilers. Let me actually put this in the chat real quick. Just while we get on to this next one. Met was ours. Okay, that's what I thought. So, anyway, spawning on the right is UCA, and I know we got some different gods here. UCA is actually triple Greek. A Hades, a Zeus, and a Zeus. And then on the left is AOL, and we've got a Zeus, and a Zeus. Triple Zeus. We've actually got six Greeks. I'm guessing you're going to see a bolt on this villager here. Bolt. There we go. Yeah, so this is where you get into the Mediterranean cheese in the original AOM. You bolt the starting villager, and we're going to have 2 more bolts to follow. So when this bold soul comes over here and build this dock, we're going to see Zeus strike down his mighty hand again, and just don't pay attention. Oh man, this bolt on the bolt on the scout let this villager build. It actually should have been paying attention and knowing it was coming. That's too bad. And we did see, I missed it. We had a bolt used, 2 bolts used on UCA's side. So someone on AOL side had a villager bolted as well. And man, 2 on scouts. Okay. Interesting. You almost kind of got to prepare ahead there and think that you're going to have another scout. Think that they might bolt the scout to try to get the villagers and like double scout somebody's villager. Unless they did double bolt scouts on this side. They might have done that. But yeah, Hades is, you're talking about the Hades on UCA side. You're right, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense unless you're really hoping that you get like a huge pestilence on somebody. I don't know. But your Gastrophedes on this are terrible because they only can be built out of fortresses. So yeah, what we're going to see is a really big naval battle in Age 2. iKill was definitely slowed down the most. Yeah, so they bolted this scout so that the villager didn't get bolted again. So that's why they did that. Good strategy, because if you get 3 bolts on your villagers before you can build your dock, I mean, you pretty much got one player that's like completely out. As it is, though, I feel like TSM should be in the advantage. It looks like iKill was slowed down more than anybody else. Looking at the fish, we do have some very generous fish for Matrius, but players aren't too bad either. iKills are a little bit worse. And Dark Risen's dock placement a little bit poor. On the original Medits, you kind of don't see this playing on the patch, but you pretty typically see all these, you kind of see these arms, I guess you could say, stretching into the sea. Generally good to kind of build kind of towards the end of the arm as opposed to right at the beginning here. Like you want to build your dock generally down here, but you kind of got lucky with all this fish in this little cove, we can call it, a little bay. It's very important to look at age up, so 25% up, 1% up, and he is just now starting. Oh, you finally figured out how to subscribe, Blossom Goose, with coming through with a subscription. You're probably just trolling me, pretending like you didn't know. Ooh, 20 and 60, and then not even aging up yet. So we can see that iKill is way behind. A Ricochet Game coming in from the YouTube saying hello, hello, good to see you. And thank you again, Mr. Blossom, for your big subscription. So yeah, we've got F2 aging up a little bit faster. Should get the early aggression on the boat, and man, Achilles' fish just aren't very beneficial. Domitas is actually the first one up. He is up with Athena, with just 2 docks, and F2 players just behind 2 docks. Looks like everybody's going to have 2 docks. Oh, Dark Risen with 3 docks. So we'll see if he can actually keep up production with 3. And he is only up, he being Ikil, only up 30% now. So he's way behind, and if player can get boats up fast enough, he might actually be able to prevent this from being built. And we still have 2 bolts from AOL's side. Be nice if they can find this and bolt this. I feel like Iron Maiden should be keeping his scout on the shoreline, knowing that Ikil is behind, and bolt more villagers. But that's alright. So yeah, we'll see the big trireme versus trireme versus trireme battles here. And Domitas is coming down here. Now we've gotten bolt on a boat. I don't know about that one. I'd rather almost see it even on a villager at this point. Man, so they are doubling up here, and player is getting just a one-on-one for now because Ikil is behind. Ikil is Ares, so he might use Pestilence somewhere. Another bolt on a boat. Like to see them keep pushing forward here. Your school laptop is Twitch blocked at school. You got Twitch blocked at school. Oh, if they can pick off these villagers here. Okay. Actually, a slight mistake by player there. Should have gone all the way forward and attacked, rather than attacking at the end of his... He still got both villagers, though. Because actually, units are more accurate the closer they are. So, like, if he would have sailed all the way in and then shot, he probably would have actually killed that villager in one volley. But he got them both anyway. And blue is now up here. And we've probably got, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 restoration. So restoration is key here. You want to get the most out of your restoration. This is really good pressure by player too. Kind of surprised that Domitas left. Actually might want to be using a restoration here soon. Might be seeing it from one or both sides actually. Ooh, yeah, you probably, okay, so there's a restoration. F2 should either respond with their own or retreat. Oh, they used it at the same time. What a waste. 2 restorations at the same time by AOL. You can't make mistakes like that. That's too bad, because that's basically 1 restoration completely blown. And that's going to result probably in UCA. Looks like they are winning this battle here so far. Yeah, I know you guys are usually on voice chat, so you got to set that up ahead of time where, hey, I'll be using my restoration first, something like that. But player with kind of the, man, another restoration. So yeah, F2 getting pushed way back, so player's probably going to have to come here and save his hapless teammates that are both using restoration at the same exact time. Which is kind of too bad, because player's actually still, even though he's got all this armory up here, he's still pretty even with Ikil as far as boats. But man, his two buddies here. Who won? No spoilers, man. The whole point of this is to not know who won. Why would you want to know? I mean, geez, why watch if you know? Everybody lost. Yeah, the power went out. Ooh, player getting some pickoffs on this. Domitas kind of sailing by and getting his boat shot at. So not all is lost on the water yet, because Ikil is still way behind. But you're gonna have to be careful here. Classic Steve. Okay, so player using restoration here. Decent, because he was getting pushed in. I feel like this is still going to be a winning battle for player, and we actually see Dark Risen here helping out a little bit. And just be careful, kind of a lot of village boats idle here. And we got another boat here. We got Matrius, Iron Maiden here. Player Risen against Ikil and Domitas. This boat is actually getting pretty even. Pestilence has been used on the docks, so that's going to actually put a stop to all of players' boats. So he probably actually does need to fall back because he's not going to have any no reinforcements here. And actually, Amatrius is pushing through on this side. I don't know why. Looks like is Dark Risen just giving up on water? You actually got some pretty poor storehouse placements too here. Like this is not a good storehouse, and this needs to be rebuilt too. Like just a lot of idle time. Restoration affects everything in the area. It does not have a heal cap. Like most god powers in Age of Mythology have like a cap of like either damage that it'll do, but restoration will heal as much as it can for those seconds that it's going. And unfortunately now a player who's kind of been fighting a 2v1 is kind of now pushed all the way back. He's getting Persane even though he has no fishing ships. Gotta watch here, gotta watch. Does it heal faster if they're idle? I don't think so. I guess I've never checked to be sure, but I think restoration is a static heal rate for everything. But yeah, F2 is kind of in a bit of a bind here. They're getting pushed off of water kind of everywhere. Wiz is saying it heals faster if they're static. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't pretend to know everything, but man, not looking good for F2 on the water. They're just pushed back everywhere. Player trying to get... that's kind of a quirky way of how restoration works, is that it works on buildings and it can do kind of speedy heal on it, just kind of based on how the heal rate works on buildings. So yeah, it can heal buildings really fast. And maybe it does work better on when they're not actually shooting. So like, because I have seen town centers get pushed up to and heal rates pretty quick on some restos. But yeah, we're players' boats just kind of floating around trying to do something. But yeah, they're might actually be seeing some age ups here for UCA. And yeah, Matrius is up. Not I kill, but Domitas is up too. Player no. Iron Maiden no, and Dark Risen no. Yeah, I feel like if they weren't... I know Iron Maiden and Dark Risen are more so Norse players than Greek. Like if they weren't able to get that Zeus triple bolt in, it would have been better for one or both of them to go with Norse. But yeah, we only saw that one bolt at the beginning and no triple bolt. The player's still actually pushing out up against I kill. Got to watch out for his boats here though. He's gonna get caught, and this is not a winning fight for him. Nice early micro with these boats to pull back though. And we do kind of see almost a little bit of a kind of a pseudo push back, but that's just because UCA is aging up to age 3, so kind of a temporary kind of pushback by AOL, but you're going to see it at this point kind of pointless because now UCA will be grabbing town centers and they're going to get their economy put up pretty quick here. So AOL in a pretty rough shape. Really, their only way I can see that they would win this is if they can roll over I kill pretty quick. And with no water eco, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough. We have Persine. We do have Persine. We do, and we do. Are all the arrow ships the same? Yes. In the original Age of Mythology, all arrow ships are the same. So yeah, all these triremes are going to be the same, even across every civ. Egyptians are the same, Norse are the same, Greek are the same. Obviously, Atlanteans are a little bit different. You know, the cheaper, faster, weaker kind of thing. Well, how do you decide when to give up on water and switch to land? Well, once you really get to heroic age, kind of water becomes a little bit less important. as you get... No, cabinets are not weaker. They are this exact same. I mean, at some point later on in the game, like, you start talking about 12, 13 minutes when people are getting to heroic age. Like, water just kind of loses a little bit of its luster, in that, like, the initial point of water is to get your extra fishing and get more villagers that way through your fishing boats. But when you look at Mediterranean, usually there aren't a lot of close fish that you can fish from. Like, you look now, like, even though AOL is on the aggressive, or the aggression on water, kind of pointless, because what is it getting AOL here? You got 4 boats for Iron Maiden, you got 4 boats for Dark Risen, 6 for Iron Maiden, and kind of 6, maybe 9 for player. No, Norse ships are not stronger. Not in the original AOM. They're all the same. And so we already see, like, because Dark Risen is not pushing so hard on water, he has nothing on land, and he's getting pushed way in off of his forward gold mine. And actually, when you're looking for a back gold mine, man, if Dark Risen wants to find gold, he's way back here. Player fighting underneath his docks, just trying to put pressure on the gold here. But so far he is on the aggressive, but just not too much there. Not going to be able to keep it up. Yeah, this is not Titans. This is Age of Mythology rules here. But yeah, Dark Risen is in kind of a bit of a bind here. Just nothing. He's not even aging up. He's not up yet, right? Oh, he is up. 6 underworlds. But yeah, he's not. He is up, but he just has no resources and no gold. Very little for water. Starkey. Hello, Mr. Starkey. Good to see you here on what might be kind of the waning moments of this matchup. Looks like we might be seeing Domitas aging up soon. I see he's kind of spamming some blacksmiths and kind of a base for an underworld somewhere. And Matrius is doing really well. He's actually got 6 on his temple, which tells me, yes, he's almost up mythic for his upgrades. And look at all these villagers building a fortress, and these guys just kind of wander on through. The player has now been completely pushed off of water. Still doing decent on land, but his buddies, especially Dark Risen, are way behind. I mean, you look at Dark Risen 2100 and Matrius is 3100. Matrius full on land, and Dark Risen, he has yet to build a military unit on land. And Ikil is actually up Underworld already. Pretty decent advance time. And yeah, that is the end of the forward base. So the point of multiple armories. So Hephaestus has an armory technology that makes armory techs like almost 75% cheaper. They might as well be free, especially when you got plenty pumping all your resources. So you get multiple armories because then you can get your armor, your attack, and your defensive upgrades at the same time. And like in a matter of 2 minutes, you can go from no upgrades to all of them. But yeah, it probably is going to be GG pretty quick. He actually was able to get his town center back while I was looking at armories for some reason. But I mean, the GG is going to be here because Dark Risen just has nothing. But yeah, that's where the water comes into play. Just the fact that F2 is on defensive meant that their boats were idle, while Matrius's and everybody else's weren't. Which allows UCA to age up faster, which gets them town centers faster, which gets them more villagers, which allows them to advance faster. So then we have a back underworld here. Gonna take this town center and probably kill this or this. Really, at this point, UCA's kind of guys, obviously their game to lose. I mean, they can kind of do whatever they want at this point. Just because Dark Risen is so far behind, and really everybody's behind at this point. So that player has kind of noticed that something is up and trying to do a defensive underworld to block this. This is just a best of 3. We are still in the double elimination portion of the bracket stage. So best of 3. So yes, this will probably actually be a pretty quick 2-0 defeat for F2/AOL here, which is too bad. Would have liked to seen in game 3. But yeah, we're probably just seeing, yeah, he's just going to do an underworld, and he underworlded right here, and we've got this town center going down. Really, it's probably going to be resigns in just any second here. And there they are. So those are the resigns, and really it just comes down to just bad communication early on by AOL. Didn't get those bolts in that villager that they needed to, and then the double restoration at the same time resulted in F2 getting pushed back, and once they got pushed back, they just had no fish, and no fish results in slower age ups, and we see what happens. You just see the economy just kind of bounce forward for UCA. Matrix outscheduled me. You're right. If I would have been able to schedule and I could have played, we would have won. So yeah, we'll just like take a look. Like you look at the economy, pretty even, but then starts getting up here, and then just you see as the town centers get built, just a bit more and more, and probably military kill loss. We're gonna see units killed on her 2 to 71, 63. He's actually straight even here. Iron Maiden is a little bit behind. Well, no, it's all right, man. We're not out yet. We're in the brackets. Now we're in the loser side of it, where if we win this upcoming round, we will be back in the finals. And actually, this is good because then we have to play this week, and I'm kind of got a free week this week, so maybe I'll get to play and carry the team, because clearly there was no carry here. I do doubt, because this performance was underwhelming, to say the least. A very underwhelming performance. Disappointing. I expected more, because we played pretty decent against ONU. Man, I've learned to doubt. You did say that, though. You did kind of call that we'll lose it and then win next round. When was the last tournament I played in? I actually played in a recent 1v1 tournament where I didn't quite get out of the group stage. I ended up having to play a tie-breaking to get into the final 16, I think, and I lost the tiebreaker. Wiz is on F2. He has not yet played either. Actually, so far F2's team has been what we've got here. But that is... Oh, you did play a game in the first round. You did, right. You kind of got your butt kicked while everybody else was killing everybody else. So that is our game here. These games were 3 a.m. Yeah, I know it was a bad time, but UCA kind of was stupid with their scheduling. If you got time, Wiz, I can maybe play a couple 1v1s if you want to hop into chat, and we can kind of move on from our AOMEE Hybrid Cup. Actually, not AOMEE at all. Our Hybrid Cup games, and maybe play a few 1v1s if you wanted. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. All right. Get your little New Zealand bottom in here, man. And we'll play a few 1v1s here. You don't even have the hybrid mod? Oh, you got to reload it. Is that my emote? Which one? I can't actually see it in my stupid little chat box. I don't know why they don't work sometimes. Is that the Poseidon? The Poseidon one is my emote because my very first subscriber was a huge, or is actually still here, a huge Poseidon fan. So I gave him the emote so he could be happy. Let's move on over to get a better chat. What do you mean? Oh yeah. So it shows up. Man, you talk mad talk for being a wife beater. Let's move over to my scene 2. We'll get this this webcam going here. Oh yeah, get this real nice dark mood lighting going. Let me reassemble myself while I prepare to kick Wiz's butt. In the most friendly of ways. Shenanigans, he can get out of here. But yeah, we'll play some games here. Not 1v1. We want AOMT hybrid. Alright, here we go. Am I really 1600? Look at that. How many subs do I have? I got like 6, I think. I got 6 subs. You know, building my empire 1 sub at a time. Oh, dang it. I'm going to have to relaunch. Wiz, get out. We will do that, and I'll also get myself online. What do I think about the extended edition? I don't like it because it's laggy and buggy, and the textures are way too bright. It hurts my eyes. But the main thing is just it's just like there's always lag. You'll turn to an Eggy main. Yeah. I mean, Zeus isn't bad, though. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to have to maneuver our way over here. Does anybody want me to play or see a specific matchup in this game here? I'd be happy. I'm sure we would be happy to oblige. Oh, I can probably. Do I have this? Okay, cool. Oh, dang it! I'm gonna have to close this. I hate this stupid thing. It's supposed to be click through. Hold on, guys. I gotta close this. Wait a second. Dang it. What's this button I'm supposed to press to get to desktop? I hate this. Playing and now my game's all jacked up. Alright, here we go. Alright. Now I got my chat back up. Alright, they wanted Ravi Poseidon, was that it? Alrighty. Somebody put something in my chat and make sure it's working. Actually, why don't I just do it? Alright, there we go. It did not fail, man. Talking crazy. Yeah, I mean, I got a decent computer. I bought it 2 years ago. I mean, it's not like top of the line or anything, but can play every other games fine. But yeah, it's just so laggy, and pathing is bad. Like I don't know how, but somehow they made pathing even worse in EE than it was in the original. Can this guy click in? This whiz sometimes. Kids these days, no sense of urgency. Alright, Ra. It's actually been a while since I've even played as Ra. Like, I main Ra. What do I got? Some boars down there. Let's get this little bit maneuvered over a little bit better here.
In which you
Yes, that is pathing. I'm almost don't think it's worth it to get hunting dogs in this situation. And I also don't think it's worth building that first. I know because, well, I help run the thing, so I know when games are scheduled. And I got a good source in Blackadder who will just send me the games in like a zip file so that I can just get them straight from him. Well, to me it's not worth hunting dogs because I'm only getting 800 food from hunt. And hunting dogs is not efficient with just 800 food. Like the time it gives does not pay off. You know, because technically you're spending 200 resources for 30% faster. And dang it, I might have maybe should have gotten it because now I see some hunt over there too. Okay, I need to build some. Nice thing when I build my stuff here is I can kind of hop back and forth and empower this only when they drop off and then move over here. How much food? Ah, dang it, I missed. Alright, you got me distracted. I was trying to think of food. How much food makes it worth? That is a good question. Should actually just be sending these guys to this. I mean, in some ways, even though it doesn't mathematically like catch up with just 800 food, you do get the faster advance, which is sometimes worth it because you're getting the food in faster. But I forget what the math is, like just for straight up, you know, how much resources can you save in a certain amount of food. I think it's like the 11 or 1200. And it becomes worth. I have one more goat somewhere, way over here. No, raw priests are slower, or not slower, but not as big of a boost. They give 15% and the pharaoh gives 25. I needed to get another goat down here faster. That was kind of a mistake for me. Actually, one more probably will be good. Yeah, 15% definitely does add up over time. I think there is a hole back here. Oh, no hole. Cool. Dang it, I need to get hunting. I feel like I'm kind of being a little bit sloppy here. Tell you what. Yes, there is auto queue on a hybrid. The problem is you can't take it out. So it's technically this is a, you know, this is the Titans, just with like the balance change to be. Okay, I need 200. Oh, I have one more goat here. Dang it. That is a dumb mistake. Look at this, walking all the way around. But yeah, it has his own ladder. So just trying to time up with my farm here. There we go. There we go. You might as well farm. Oh, dang it, I did not mean to put that on top of my goat. This is actually a pretty nice map for me. Because it has the two gold mines, so like I can just build my Migdol right here. The Scarab strategy and this is not so good because you don't get your free run. I feel like I'm probably advancing a little bit slower than what I need to be. And Pestilence is just not Pestilence. Not Pestilence. I always call it Pestilence, but it's Locust. Locust is just such a good one. So this is a rough map for Wiz as Poseidon here. Why are you going over here? Stop! Let this priest heal you up, man. This is taking too long. Well, Rod, I don't need to explore because what do I need? So he is doing it quick. I was kind of thinking he might do that. Like, what do I need to explore? Everything I needed to advance to this point was in my base. Build this thing. Holy crap. Need to get a hotkey for gate. Yeah, I do like the Scarab Rush. Oh. Look at this. I got another one right here. I finished building this, huh? The one bad thing about not scouting is that I let him get all of the goats, which can be a significant amount. I don't know why he missed that boar there. So it's worth it to get all the goats, because that's kind of his main food source there. Don't kill his goats, man. I kind of wish I would have found my, pretty sure I have a town center down here. Oh, this is the one he took. Okay. Fine, be that way. Oh geez, how would I waste all my units here? I am at one town center for too long here though. Especially considering they only cost gold. I guess my other one must be down here. Yeah. Goats are faster than farms, actually pretty considerably faster. He's probably got some villagers gathering there. Farms don't move, so goats are faster by default. I see what you did there. He's not paying attention to this raid here, it appears. I almost need to send forth some villagers here. Okay. Oh, there's a hole here. That is stupid. Who built this wall? Did I finish this wall yet or no? Which seems to be having a bit of a villager problem. Do I have husbandry? Yes, I do. I got it pretty early on.
Inito.
UAE. In wedge. Erifir.
Into
Grig. Aya iat.
Enito, Enito.
Grig.
Oh,
Into
Inito. Aya iat. UI air.
In wedge. Erifir.
okay. I feel like I killed a few villagers or units there.
In wedge.
In a jirek.
Into
Enwich.
Yeah, I probably should have like a few elephants at this point.
Enito.
Grig. Enwich. Grig. Baya. Inito. Aya iat.
Okay. Oh man, look at all this army. Yeah, Prodromos are not a good unit.
Enwich.
Yeah. Yeah, the Prodromos just, I think some people, I don't think Wiz is this person, think that they get a bonus versus chariots, but they don't. So, and they actually die pretty quick to ranged units. This was actually a good town center for him to take, but he needed to upgrade his towers or something because my units in his base just caused way too much mayhem. Like, even though he's at 2 town centers, like, he's barely even above me and economically way behind. How many monuments are worth building? I mean, most times you only see 2. The third one can be if you want, like, if you need favor for something. But the 4th and 5th ones are usually just too expensive to really be worth much.
Inito.
But yeah, 2 is usually the most of what you'd see. 3 you can do. 3 isn't a bad idea. Petsujos are pretty strong. He can't go Hoplite Toxotes because then I just do pure chariots and I win. He needs cavalry. I mean, he is Poseidon too. But yeah, they just aren't very good as Poseidon. And they get picked apart by Migdal units. Yeah, it's almost just pure Hippicon. Maybe like 1 or 2. Prodromos mixed in, but yeah, almost pure Hippicon. A specific matchup you guys want this time? Or should we just random it up? I've got time for... Oh, let's see. What time is it? Just actually probably just 1 or 2 more. Probably 1 more, actually. Because it's almost 11 and I've got kids, and when baby Ava wakes up at 4 a.m. I gotta feed her and then go back to sleep, and then Cam's up at 7 because my kid's like ugh. And then tomorrow I'm looking at cars because we gotta buy a new car. Yeah, sometimes it actually wouldn't be a bad idea to make a barracks, because you can see, as you saw there, I actually was not able to keep up with aggression. Or not keep up with aggression, but not keep up. My military production was falling behind. Like I had 4 or 5 units queued up in my Migdal, and I had resources banked. So probably Oranos versus Kronos. I think on paper I should win this, or at least, well, Oranos. Well, on paper I should definitely beat Wiz, but also on paper I think Kronos is not a good. Heady War and Hybrid mod. It'll be interesting. We'll see. Should I kill this walrus? I'm gonna. There. Walrus deceased. Don't tell Peter. Alright, I got at least one. Well, at least I got one fish. Is Kronos bad? He's not the greatest. Would you get hunting dogs? Never. I mean, maybe in classical age, but no. Because generally, if you get hunting dogs, you can't build a dock. And the benefit of an additional... Oh, I don't want that person to build it, actually. The benefit of the additional villagers, or technically fishing ships, outweighs the 30% you'd get on from hunting dogs. Okay, we got that. I wish my chat showed these little emoticons. Like, sometimes it does. Like, it shows this one, but not that one. Weird. Maybe I need to change a setting or something so it does. This little box here is, though, kind of the coolest thing ever. Because I can see it on my screen, and it's also quick click-through. So I can just throw it right here, and I don't have to worry about it jacking up what I'm doing. Now I need to gather two gold here. Yes, I only have one screen. I think this. Don't mimic what I'm doing here because it seems kind of bad. Oh, you got my cow! Give me my cow back! I want to age up after this. I want to see where there's some more fish, though. Hey, now that's cool! Your little cow there. I like that. That's slick, man. Oh. Is there anything up here worth building at? Not really. I need to build another dock. Okay, I guess I'll bring it here. Cows or boats are the same. They all classify as herdable, so it's all the same. I can kind of take advantage of that. Yeah, all herdables are herdables. They're all the same. Cows, chicken, goats, whatever, are all the same rate. But husbandry does not affect chicken or berry gather rate, which is also the same. Yeah, chicken, it's the same gather rate, but husbandry doesn't apply. Okay, so look at Hagrid there. He's kind of the smartest dude in the world. Good, that dock placement sucked anyway. Yeah, cow better. Oh. Okay. Just build a little wall here, and now he has to. Ah! SimCity lesson. Yep, that's me. Do I have 3? I felt like I made 3 Murmillo. Oh, this clown up here. Why are they going here? Dang it, he killed a house. I'm madly housed. That villager's been idle for a long time. Oh, run away! Dang it. What a waste. Can I trap her? No. Yeah, I think I... Housed again. So good at this game. Thank you for losing your tournament like this. This is great. Alright, you guys' work is done. I need to build a dock down here. Oh, I need to not lose all of my units. Whoa, where'd all my gold go? Holy crap. Man, I suck with Atlanteans. Like, how are you bad with Atlanteans? I'm housed again? Holy crap! Man, housed all game. I'm so bad. Whoa! Man, he's up already, Rhea. Okay, that's not a winning fight for me. How about I build like an economic guild at some point? Always rebuild your houses. I know.
Mos intem. Herr Jones. Skopos.
Dang it, not gonna get to there in time. Thought I told you to build this. Oh, yeah. All is not lost, actually. Because he really has he has no units. Like, what's he gonna kill me with? Like, the Dryads are just so good. I guess I do need a house or something. I love my Prometheon killing his farms. Where is this gold? You have to be down here. Okay, they aren't there. Does he have? I appreciate him running his units in all. Ah, my villager died. Oh, he's got one behind his base. Duh, what an idiot. I feel like it is in my best interest to put down a fortress here. Okay, I'm not sure where he's gonna get gold from. Hello. He's finished his town center already. I could use some more dryads. Could also use not fighting in the middle of his base. Look at all these citizens I killed with that one fortress. That was awesome. I like killing citizens. What did the citizens do to me? Well, they will do nothing now. Oh yeah, what do I care? Alright, well this game turned out pretty well. It's just the speed bonus is just such a huge thing. I'll just put one right there. Nice ditch, last ditch effort, but you cannot stop this, guys. I mean, just I feel like he must have gone to age 3 a little bit early, because it seems like he didn't take a town center for a while. I can't believe I knew this gold was here, but I was not even raiding it. But yeah, he went age 3, which is 1,300 resources, and then he did not have the army, so I had to attack. He had more eco than me, or no, not really. But yeah, him not being able to kill my dryads because he had no heroes was a bit of a problem. But yeah, see, he ages up here, and this is where I started fighting. I probably should have fought a little bit sooner. So yeah, but yeah, gotta keep the push up. And yeah, just the kill loss ratio is not too good. You had more villies than me. This is all his fishing. He had more fishing ships than I did. He's actually ahead of me in resource. Well, no, see this, he must have started going up a different one. Anyway, I think we will have to call it a night. Because it is 11 o'clock and I will at some point have to wake up in the middle of the night to feed baby Ava and then wake up at 7 when Cam gets up. So I like to sleep as much as I like you guys. You guys are awesome. So that'll have to be it. Besides, it's an hour and 45 minutes. So actually tomorrow night I will stream the, well, the plan is tomorrow night, starting again about the same time as tonight, to do the other RTS League match that happened on Sunday. So, should have that coming up for you guys tomorrow. And then I'm off this weekend. So maybe some streams this weekend. Maybe I'll play in a tournament this weekend. But we'll see. So thanks all for watching, and I hope you guys have a good start of your week. It feels so great I don't have to go to work tomorrow or Tuesday, so this is kind of my weekend is starting because I worked all weekend. But yeah, appreciate watching, and I will catch all you guys later, hopefully tomorrow night, same time. Deal? Pinky promise? Gotcha. All right, thanks. See you guys.